How's you going, my son, and welcome back to Skyrim, Special Edition. We accomplished a whole lot of dick last episode, so we're going to try to accomplish a lot less dick this episode and actually get somewhere. Heading to High Hrothgar. Now, I normally go the route through Helgen, because I think that's the route they intend you to take. But I'm going to go the other way. Go the other way this time. Let's see. Boop. Boop. You're damn right you can't. Give me the contents of your corpse. Ah, no. Don't give me your stupid weapons. Oh yeah, this thing. I should give... Is that a two-hander? Nah, it's a two-hander. Really should have given that... I really should have sold that. Oh well. Anyway, ooh, I'll take a garnet. Armor, boots, bracers. Yeah, that's all worth it. When I don't have alchemy making me money hand over fist, I can't be too picky. Oh, fuck. Thank you, Lydia, for the kill. Whoa. Did he, like, clip? I think he clipped into the ground. Okay, none of that crap's worth picking up. Too heavy. Admittedly, I was talking a lot of shit about Oblivion's leveling system and such. But also at the same time praising its more open-endedness. I gotta say, though, having no stat that determines how much crap you can carry, super fun in this game. Because it's just... Like, well, for one thing, you just have more shit, open space to carry shit in this one at first. Instead of... Instead of having, you know, dick all space if you're not super strength invested, like, in Oblivion. Like, the idea of the character I'm playing now in it, I had to actually stop leveling intelligence for a while to get her swole, because she wasn't able to carry enough crap. That's what the long and short of it is. So it was, it's an interesting experience. Although, speaking of leveling skills and such in this game, one thing I noticed... because I was doing a lot of leveling on my own time and my own character, on my, like, my personal play character. Because I was at the point where I had max leveled out the skills I was using, and then I was like, well, crap, now how do I get levels? And the answer to that is I gotta level everything else. And then once I gotta level everything else, so I had to look up a lot of, like, best ways to quickly level things and stuff. Because I didn't want to be spending several hours leveling a skill I never intended to use anymore. So I was looking up the most efficient stuff. And unfortunately, leveling Destruction, which I didn't really need in that playthrough versus this one, it still boils down to you gotta run around the world using the Destruction spells in combat. I'm like, well, shit. It's gonna take a while. But then I realized the Destruction skill levels faster based on damage inflicted. And I'm like, that is awesome. So I can use my overpowered alchemy to make an amazing, like, to make, make alchemy potions that make my destruction spells, like, double effective. So I'm literally getting double experience from the damage dealt, on top of the mana cost of the spells cast and such. And, you know, that was all fine and dandy. Do I have boots? That's a good question, actually. Do I have boots? Yeah, Thalmor boots. Yes, because I murdered a bunch of them arseholes. Which I actually found out, I have found out in my own time, that it's possible to antagonize them into attacking you. And then it's their fault. So you don't get a bounty. And I'm like, well, crap, I could have known this sooner. I mean, I would take the bounty gladly anyway, but I mean, if there's a way around it, I wouldn't mind either. But anyway, talking about how the skill leveling works in this, that's fine. One of the things I looked up is that with the weapons, with the weapon skills, the damage you inflict is irrelevant, except the base damage of the weapon. And I'm like, why is it like that for that item, or for that skill, but for destruction, the damage is totally calculated into the amount of experience you get? And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Why is it, like, why the inconsistency? Because honestly, that would make leveling the weapon skills a lot more bearable, because particularly once you start leveling the blacksmithing and start making the weapons really powerful, you actually slow down your rate of leveling, because you're like basically because you're not getting as many sissy slaps with the weapon as you are when the weapon isn't like the Deathmaster plus 10 that you can turn things into in this game, between enchanting and or smithing. You end up with, you know, you're at odds with yourself, which bothers me from a design standpoint, to the point where I'd love to be able to mod this game. I haven't looked into it yet. I'd love to be able to mod this game to change a few things. Very minor things, like I wouldn't be doing a complete overhaul of anything. What I would do, I would make things... I would change the economy a little bit. I would change the economy a little bit so that gold, like individually found gold pieces, have more value than just bartering with expensive shit. Because, I mean, that works in Fallout, because you're working with an economy that's based entirely on the value of usefulness of an item. You know, like, selling someone a giant fuck-off plasma cannon is, you know, going to be worth more than selling them a pile of broken tin cans. But in Skyrim, you're not dealing with that as much, because, I mean, particularly, alchemy is, like, the biggest culprit of this, as much as I love it. You can make a lot of really useless potions, but they end up being worth a lot of money. Like, more than most weapons and armor and stuff. And it's just kind of like, really? That doesn't make any sense. Like, particularly because of the transient nature of potions. You pop it once and it's gone. You maybe get a minute long effect. And I'm going to roast this goat. You know, you get a minute of, like, maybe you're, like, basically immune to frost or whatever, if you're really high level alchemy like I am on my other character. And then it's gone. Fox. Must torch. It's the only way to level the skill. I gotta use it. Oh, hello.
Alright, hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish.
Oh, I don't want to kill an Argonian. They're actually cool. Like, I like them in this. Like, that's my main character, is an Argonian. And there's so few Argonian NPCs in this game, and I like them. And I don't want to kill this guy, but at the same time, I don't want to give him any money, so you can go fuck yourself.
You walk away from me. You're as good as...
Besides, he ain't much of a thief if he's engaging me in broad daylight like that. I mean, come on, man. Did drop the torturer's hood, though. Kind of hard to find one of those. Boop-ba-doo, boop-ba-doo. Oh, well. But yeah, if I was to mod Skyrim, for personal preference, I would change the economy a bit, where, like, basically to try to increase the value of a gold, so that when you find, like, 100 gold in a chest, it doesn't feel irrelevant versus crafting stuff. Like, the biggest thing is that crafting stuff, you can make things cost way too much, way too easily. So, like, that would have to change. Yeah, we're heading to Ivarstead, by the way. That would have to change. Like, honestly, like, one of the biggest culprits, again, like I mentioned, is alchemy. And one of the easiest fixes to that is to, like, basically reduce the cost of made potions by, like, 10 times. Like, literally shift the ones digit back one, so, or, well, forward one, I guess? Yeah. I was never any good with place value. I'm always screwing it up. Am I going the right way? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going the right way. If not, it'll be amusing side adventure. But yeah, alchemy potions, you get like triple digit values on potions that cost pennies, like a figurative pennies to make, and it's just like that's just too easy to break. Like, I mean, even if you're making tens of money off of single digit spending, that's still pretty good, but it's not going to, because I mean, that's just industry. Like, raw product is never going to be worth as much as a refined item that's made by a skilled craftsman. I mean, that's just how that works. You know, versus, you know, whether we're talking, like, just food, like, you know, buying flour is probably cheaper than buying a finished loaf of bread, but you got to make the damn thing into a loaf of bread first. So, And particularly if you're no good at it and you mess up with your materials, it might cost you more in the long run. Hello, who are you?
I'm on a pilgrimage to the shrine of Azura, the goddess of twilight, if you'll excuse me.
Where's the shrine?
In the mountains to the northeast. I'll mark it on your map.
Thank you. That's a thing to add on the ever-increasing list of to-do stuff, and yet you get in Skyrim. Seriously, you should see my main character's quest log. It is a mess. Hey, get back here. Let's burn you. Okay. Yeah, alchemy is a big culprit, but enchanting is another big problem. Now, admittedly, with enchanting, the cost increase makes sense. Because on the one hand, you have to get the skill of alchemy, or not alchemy, of enchanting, which, I mean, even if we're not talking strictly game mechanics, is probably a hard skill to learn in terms of the actual, like I would compare it to becoming like a freaking doctor in comparison to becoming a carpenter. Not that a carpenter is not a skilled trade, mind you, but it's not a doctor, right? You know, it's not a surgeon. It's not someone who you trust your life with in terms of their skill. I mean, I guess if your carpenter made you a boat or something, but I mean, that's different. That's more you're testing the quality of his work than the quality of his hands at the time of making it, right? But anyway, so with enchanting, I don't think I would reduce the output of crafted goods that much, but you can still really abuse the system to make a lot of money really easily, where it's like, you take like the shittiest soul possible, you take an iron dagger, and if you have the banish enchantment to put on the dagger, you make the dagger worth like quadruple digits, even if your enchanting skill isn't very good. So it's like, and even if your barter skill isn't any good, that ends up still selling for like 400 gold-ish, when you maybe spent like, I don't know, let's ballpark like 50 on the materials at best. I mean, even less if you got the soul yourself. You know, if you just grabbed, like, you just, murdered a goat and got a petty soul out of it. I mean, yeah, like, that really very easily breaks the economy of the game and makes finding treasure kind of pointless. Now, admittedly, it's still worth it to find treasure, because, I mean, there's some things you can't make yourself. Like the thing I'm going to be getting once I get a little more juice in the tank on this character, the ethereal crown. Although, oddly enough, you do craft it, but, you know, it's a quest craft. It's kind of different. You know, I can't make another one. Let's put it that way. Where did the fox go? What does the fox say? I ain't fucking here, is what it said. Do you see it? Or she sees it over there. Did you get it? Oh god, saber cat. Ah, don't... Fucking saber cats. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Oh, I didn't even save. I don't think I even saved when I lost the last episode, did I? Oh my god. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to work my way back to where we were, so this will be a cut. I'll see you in a bit. Fucking saber cats, I swear to god. Tell you one thing I'll do if you can fucking mod the games. I'll take out the goddamn saber cats. Just rip them right out of the game's code. They will cease to exist. Nah, I wouldn't do that. That's kind of cruel. Man, I really wish the Minecraft logic of if you kill it with fire, it comes pre-cooked applied. Handy. Brief return interlude along the way here. I actually got her to trigger this toll booth scam text instead of, you know, just trying to murder me on the spot. I'm just gonna tell them to go fuck themselves.
Huh. Tough talk for someone who's about to have their guts spilled.
Lady, I have fire in one of my hands, okay? Fire. I don't think you mess with somebody who can casually wield fire. But now you don't know that because you're dead. D-E-D. Dead. Ugh. Anyway, I'll jump back to where we were in a bit. Okay, we're not quite back where we were earlier, but we are close. So I'll start recording the episode proper again. I mean, I never stop recording, but, you know, I'll start acting like you guys can see what I'm doing, because now you can't. Because future me hasn't taken it out of the footage yet. Or, no, future me won't take it out of the footage. Yeah, we're basically at the bottom of the mountain we were at, that the saber cat was on top of, and kind of fucked our day. Oh well. And unfortunately, we didn't run into the thief again, which, I mean, kind of fortunately, I don't like killing Argonians if I don't have to. But he dropped the torturer hood, and that's actually kind of hard to find. Because, I mean, it's literally only... I'm pretty sure it's only dropped by those random thief mugging encounters. Because, yeah, other than that one dude at the beginning of the game who's legitimately a torturer who wears it, I don't think I've ever seen it anywhere else. So it's, like, kind of a commodity to find. But anyway, what was our topic of discussion before I got freaking murdered again? By goddamn saber cats. Yeah, how I would mod Skyrim, I guess, is the biggest thing. If I could make the mod myself. Would fix the crafting economy a little bit so that you don't... You still come out ahead, because it's important to still reward players, and as much as I'd love to play it this way, personally. It's important to have it be rewarding, but it doesn't have to be so exponentially rewarding that it trivializes actually finding loot. I mean, it will eventually, just by the virtue of it being more efficient than hunting for loot, but, also I found my quick save button. But it'll be more like, occasionally you'll find loot that is worth way more than your crafted materials, right? Or your crafted end product. And, you know, there's always still the excuse of you quest a lot to find craftable things, because, like, you find soul gems, you full or empty. You get souls from killing things while you're questing, and sticking them in crystals. By the way, isn't that, like, the most fucking morbid way to make a magic item you've ever heard of? Like, I mean, it doesn't matter what, if you're good or evil or just out for the money in this game. If you're using a magic item, you're technically using, unless it was made by, like, a Daedra or something. You know, like something that's literally just, Daedra just went, I want to make a thing. Pop, there's the thing. I mean, I imagine that's how Sheogorath does it anyway. The other one's probably a little more pomp and circumstance. But Sheogorath is just like, I want to invent a dagger made of cheese. Pop, there's the cheese dagger. Yeah, if you're using any sort of, like, Lydia's bow, I found I think she's using it. I found a bow of chills, and I've given it to Lydia. That is technically powered by the soul of something that died, was stuffed into a crystal, and stuffed into that bow. Like, what the hell, Bethesda? Why is your crafting system so fucking morbid? And annoyingly essential. Oh, fuck, sorry, Lydia. There we go. That's how you do it. Give me your money. How do you have money? How do you have money? What are you not telling me, Sabercat? Not much, because you're dead. Anyway. But yeah, like, what the hell, Bethesda? Why is your... Now, admittedly, unlike in some universes where a soul is, like, obliterated if it's consumed, in Elder Scrolls, there's a place it goes. If it's, like, there's basically an afterlife for souls that have been spent by magic stuff. Get back here. Freaking ragdoll. Ah! Okay. I'll tell you what, I'm also not used to playing this on a full screen, so everything seems like a little disproportionate to me. But it's, you actually go there in one of the Skyrim DLCs that I actually haven't even done on my own time yet, because I've just been grinding level ups and skill ups and shit. And quest progress as well, because they've actually got like, kind of have like the MMO rep grind thing going on with some of the quests, and I kind of want to do them all, so I've just been doing that. Plus, like, Thieves Guild and lots of shit. Hello, Mr. Troll. I gotta say, I kind of like trolls in this setting. They're basically like monstrous apes. No, they're not really like mythical. They're just apes that happen to have like stupidly good regeneration. Oh fuck. Yeah, don't hit me. The saber cats two-shot me. I wouldn't be surprised if you one-shot me. Oh, you can't swim, can you? Ah, get fucked. Man, if you were smart... I just tried to fucking, like... I don't know what I tried to fucking do. I tried to, like, fucking Warframe or Dark Souls roll away from them or some shit. I hit shift for no reason. Ah, fuck. I should have used the level up to regain my points. That's fine. I'll use it to regain it after this potion. It's more now. What you just did. And what a pose. Alright, I will put a health point in this level. I think it's what I agreed on, 2 to 1 in favor of magic. Can I level that up again? No. I can level up. Stop. Aha! Apprentice level spells are now half cost. Meaning, I can now spam Firebolt with almost reckless abandon. And do significantly more damage. Haha! Ah, that's better. Alright, well, we're almost to Ivarstead, despite many setbacks along the way. I'll make a quick save here, just in case I die again in the next episode before saving. Because I'm used to jumping in and out of doors a lot in this game, and then I'm like, oh, I've just been free roading in the countryside, and I got murdered. Whoops. Oh, well. Okay. Gotta pick that so it doesn't keep making that stupid noise. But anyway, just talking about Skyrim, talking about getting through the game, getting killed. Again, like, blows my mind that this game's actually killing me, because it's been so damn long on my main character since anything's been, like, a super legitimate threat. And even if it is, I have such stupidly good alchemy that it's like... And plus, I also just find the ultimate healing potions, which are ones you can't make, but are a full heal. I usually keep a couple of them handy, so it's usually just like, oh crap, I'm almost dead. Hit menu, hit potion, wait for potion to affect me in menu, good to go. But, you know, this character does not have that luxury, so I am dying, surprisingly. I also need better equipment, because this robe, as swanky as it looks, is taking up far too many equipment slots for what it's doing. So I could do better with separate pieces. But yeah, talking about modding Skyrim, how I would do it, I haven't really finished that thought because I keep getting interrupted by stuff. And, so maybe we'll look forward to that in the next episode. But we're almost to High Hrothgar, and we'll be doing that climb, doing that quest line, and getting ourselves more of the Shout of Fus-Ro-Dah, the most infamous shout in the game, because it ragdolls people, and it's always fun to ragdoll people in video games like this. But until then, thank you all so much for watching. Twitter, Tumblr, and subscription are the description as usual. Please engage in all three. And when you are subscribing, click on the bell, as it'll give you more of my uploads in your feed than if you didn't click on the bell. And I would be also appreciative if you clicked on the bell so that you know my content is up when it's up instead of like 3-4 weeks down the line. Skyrim Special Edition. Thank you all so much for watching, and ciao for now.